golden sun rays which appear over the mountains, murmuring foamy water which flows down embracing the land, tiny birds singing on the trees, laden with fleshy fruit in the spring, sweet fragrance of flowers are the messengers of a pleasant day. Good morning everybody, ladies and gentlemen, dear parents and my dear brothers and sisters. On this special day, our preparation is to offer you another unforgettable experience, another exciting moment to make your future more beautiful and more colorful.
Start of another memorable occasion. It will be the start of another challenging and competitive event. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, to mark another milestone in your school life, let's commence the presentation competition for F.C.E. students 2022.
Ordinary man changed as a great and extraordinary human being if he or she truly follows the religion or the religious philosophy they believe. With that wonderful thought, let's spare a moment for religious observances.
Event in your life as a student, I cordially invite Miss Upeksha Varagara to deliver the welcome speech.
A very good morning to all of you. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to sincerely welcome all of you who are present here today with the intention of witnessing our talents and skills. First of all, we welcome the Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Debas Naika, well-experienced and renowned physician, Colombo National Hospital, Sri Lanka. Dear sir, it's truly a great honor and a wonderful opportunity for us to exhibit our talents and skills before your presence. Secondly, we would like to welcome Mr. Vasanta Veeraratna, former Deputy Principal, Sussex College, Gampaha. A senior, veteran and well-educated, well-experienced teacher of English language and English literature. Dear sir, it's a real privilege for us to invite a versatile person like you. Next, we are pleased to welcome Ms. Nusla Nias, the teacher of English language and art. We would also like to welcome Ms. Chamla Lakmali, the proprietor of Takshila Education Institute, Marithagahamula. In conclusion, we welcome all our beloved parents, well-wishers and all the brothers and sisters who are present here today to grace this present special occasion.
Ladies and gentlemen, my dear brothers and sisters, in life, in your life, you may lose many things, sometimes everything as you think, but you will never lose what you learn. You will never lose spiritual qualities that you have practiced. In the same manner, you will never miss or deprive of the talents and skills that you have practiced.
Dear brothers and sisters, today, at this special occasion, it's high time for you to face challenges, gain experiences and develop your talents and skills that are essential to make your future brighter, better and more colorful than the present.
The first presentation will be delivered by the team Hexa Squad led by Pujani Randula Senanayaka. Please put your hands together and welcome them to the stage.
In the young planet Earth, thousands of species assemble together into more complex coalitions which gave rise to all the billions of species that could grow and reproduce. From all those thousands of species, they have inhabited in our planet scenes. So, from all these thousands of species, let's talk about the marvelous kingdom from all. Kingdom Animalia. So, basically, this kingdom Animalia divides into two main parts, as invertebrates and vertebrates. So, under these invertebrates, there comes Nidaria, Annelida, Mollusca, Arthropoda and a Carnivora. And under invertebrates, there comes Fiscus, Amphibia, Reptilia, Aves and Mammalia. So, I also like you, don't know much about this science. So, I invite So let's invite them, because why not? They are the experts about this field. So yeah, Dahani, over to you. So first of all, let's talk about invertebrates. Invertebrates are the organisms without a invertebrate or backbone. So invertebrates are 5 main different groups: Annelida, Mollusca, Cnidaria, Arthropoda and Archaeomata. So in this segment, I will be talking to you about 2 groups, Cnidaria and Annelida. So let's move on to the part 1 of this segment, which is Cnidaria. So Cnidarians, they have over 11,000 species in this kingdom, and they feed on things like shrimps, fishes and also crabs. They have tentacles, which are sting-like things that help them grab food to eat. And also, now that you have this basic understanding of these Cnidarians, I would like to move on to some features and facts they have. So, facts about Cnidarians. Cnidarians have a common name, which is also Cnidaria. Cnidaria is a Greek word, and also they have some names, as you can see, like corals, jellyfish. But as I told, the scientific name is Cnidaria. They also, the basic animal group is invertebrates. That's why they look like jelly all the time. And also you can see here that their sizes are 6.5 feet in diameter and also 250 feet. They go up to 250 pounds, and also they are carnivores, which means they eat other animals. And also they are found in world's oceans. But there are some jellyfishes in fresh waters as well, and some of these animals are sadly extinct. But now that you have a basic idea and facts, I would like to move on to some features of these Cnidarians. So they are all aquatic, mostly marine, because things like sea anemones, jellyfish and corals live in ocean areas. But they are also in freshwater dwellers, as I told, because of those jellyfishes. And we could see that there are multicellular body made up of 2 germinals. That means they are made up of 2 cell layers. So we call them diploblastic. They also have this cavity called coelentrum. That is a digestive tract. And also there are 2 forms of this Cnidaria, medusa and polyp. Medusa being a free form and polyp being attached to the surface. They are radially symmetrical and they reproduce sexually and asexually. Now that you and me, we have an understanding about Cnidarians, functions, examples and also features, I would like to move on to part 2 of my segment, which is annelids. So, annelida. Annelida is the things that evolve a cavity known as coelom. Earthworms, leeches and nereis have this cavity in them. So, they are annelids. So, now I would like to move on to some features of these annelids. So they live in damp soil and mostly water areas. But as we can see earthworms everywhere around the household, we could probably say that they live everywhere as well. And also their multicellular body is made up of 3 germinals. So I told you that Cnidaria has 2 germinals. So we call them diploblastic. But here in Annelida's case, they have 3 germinals. So we call them triploblastic. And also they have body divided into segments. So we call them segmented worms. So if you see those little cuts in earthworms, they are segments and they are called segmented worms. So their coelom is there in their body wall and digestive tract. The coelom is what makes them extraordinary, and they are also bilaterally symmetrical and as Cnidarias They show sexual and asexual reproduction. So now I would like to move on to some body parts of these annelids. So here I have taken an earthworm as an example. So you can see the prostomium, which is the head part of the earthworm. Then there's the mouth, seta, which are bristle-like things that the earthworm has, wherefore clitorum and the anus. So I would like to stop here because now we have adventure through annelida and also nidaria, functions, features and body types. So now I would like to give the chance to another friend of mine who is going to tell you about the other phylums. So Durmi, it is your turn.
So, good morning everyone. Today I'm here with my 5th friends. So, would you like to see who are they? Let's see. So, first let me introduce to my cute friend called Octopus. So, would you like to see octopus to which phylum belongs? Let's go. And it's called mollusca. What do you mean by mollusca? The word mollis means soft. So you will observe soft-bodied animals in phylum mollusca. So the term mollusca was given by scientist Johnson. And as I mentioned earlier, they have soft-bodied invertebrate animals. And they are the second largest phylum in kingdom Animalia. And study of mollusca is called morphology, and study of shells of mollusca is called conchology. And now let's move to see what are the features of mollusca. They live in terrestrial, aquatic and marine environments, and they have muscular food and mantle cavity. And also they have organ system. So what's an organ system? You all know that human body is made up of cells, and cells are combined together to form a tissue, and tissues are combined together to form an organ, and different organs are combined together to form an organ system. But here they have a different system, but definitely they have organs, and they are multicellular and triploblastic. So what do you mean by triploblastic? Three. So they have 3 germ layers and it's called triploblastic. And they have bilateral symmetrical body. So what is this bilateral symmetry? Their body can be divided into 2 equal parts and it's called bilateral symmetrical body. And they chose direct and indirect development. And they have a circulatory system also. So, what do you think about their circulatory system? They have organ type circulatory system. So, what is this organ type circulatory system? The blood is present throughout the whole body is called organ type circulatory system. And they have oviparous. Oviparous means the animal which lay eggs. So, and they have shows sexual reproduction too. And they have radula. Radula means presence of egg. So now I would like to move to examples. So now let's see what are the examples for phylum mollusca. Barnacle, snail, squid and octopus are the examples for phylum mollusca. So oh my god, our phone friend of yours. Do you know who is this? Yes, of course. This is a cockroach. I know you all have this kind of animals in your house. So, would you like to see to which phylum this cockroach belongs? Let's see. It's called Arthropoda. So, what do you mean by Arthropoda? Arthro means second and fourth means legs. They segmented text, or we call segment appendages. And let's see what are the features for arthropoda. They live in marine and freshwater and terrestrial environments. And also they are triploblastic. You know already what's meant by triploblastic. And they have coilomate. Coilomate is a body type. And also they have chitinous cell wall. Chitinous exoskeleton. So what is this chitinous exoskeleton? The chitinous exoskeleton is made up of protein and they have segmented body. And some arthropoda possess special wings for their locomotions and they have compound eyes. And also they show sexual reproduction. So, and also they have bilateral symmetric body. Now let's move to see what are the examples for arthropoda. Cockroach, yeah. Your brown friend, cockroach. They can live without food about 3 months and 1 month without water, and they are allowed to live in conditions and indoors. And so, butterflies. They possess transparent wings and scorpion. And next frog. I know you all love to eat frogs, and they have ability to change their color according to where they are. So I have another friend, and would you like to see who is this? And this is a star, not from the sky, but I get it from aquarium. So this is like a star, but this is a fish. So it's called starfish. And would you like to see to which phylum this belongs? Let's see. And this belongs to the Echinodermata. What do you mean by Echinodermata? Echino means kind, and derma means skin. So they have spined structure. When you see this, they have spined structures on the body. So these kind of animals have spined skin. Now let's see what are the features of the Echinodermata. They all are live in marine, and they also triploblastic. And their body shows pentaradial symmetry. And they have a highly distributed water-vascular system on the body. And the special thing is they have an hard, ray, blue eyes. It's just like some humans because they are living like they have hard, ray, blue eyes. So, and also they have an excreted system or circulatory system. And other thing is they have 5 radial arms. And the body is separated into 5 radial arms. And they have body shapes like stars, flowers, and cylindrical body shapes. So now let's move to see what are the examples for the Echinodermata. Starfish, sea urchin, and sea cucumber are the examples for the Echinodermata. So I would like to give my chance to Tushar Joby to explain more about phylums.
So, as my friends explain you about the invertebrate group, I would like to explain you about vertebrates. They are the most dominant dominant animals living on planet Earth. So, mainly invertebrates are more than 60,000 species were discovered by scientists, and they evolved in 150 million years. Actually, vertebrates are known as are called because the name was given because they have a backbone, and also they have a well-developed brain, and also a circular system with the heart. Vertebrate group is divided into the main 5 parts. five groups according to the structural features. You can see viscous, amphibia, reptilia, aves, and mammalia. So I would like to move on to the first group, viscous. Actually, in day-to-day life, we call them as fish, and they are well adapted to live inside the water. They live in marine and freshwater environments. Now let's talk about some features of viscous. Mainly, viscous are possessed with the bony and the cartilaginous endoskeleton. As you can see in the picture, cell skeleton composed with bones. Then the next one is body is covered with scales. Actually, scales means it's like a shield for their skin. As you can see in the picture, there are scales, and they don't have eyelids, so they sleep while their eyes are open, like CCTV cameras. And they are possessed with a two-chambered heart, one atrium and one ventricle. The fins are the locomoting organs. It helps them to swim through the water by keeping their balance, and the streamlined body shape also. As the respiratory organ, they have gills. At last, their body temperature is changing according to the changes happening in the environment. That's why they are called cold-blooded animals. Now I invite my zoology friend Tisev to explain you more about remaining.
Hello. Today we are going to describe first who I am. Before going to describe them who I am, I would like to tell you the name. What's the meaning of name Anthemias? Anthemia means two lines, one in land and one in water. Now let's go into one. The first part of water and the second part in land. For example, we can get frog slide circle. Which means frog slide circle. The first part is water, and after that they come from land. In their first part, they have gills, which can help them breathing underwater. And when they come back, they look that we can have lungs. Now let's see features of amphibians. When you get features of amphibians, as I said earlier, water is essential from the outside. Second, they have nervous system that helps them to breathe. After that, they have joint that are used for locomotion. And of course, amphibians are next, we have reptilia. Reptilia is one of my favorite class because for this class, now who are they? Who are they? Animals that well adapted to live in land after this class. And many things what I call for example, tortoise, crocodile, orca, insect. When you see features of amphibians, dry skin without crabs, special ability that we have. Same as amphibians, they also have for locomotion, and they have two chambers and their heart, and the other one is completely divided. And these animals are cold-blooded, and their respiration is done by their lungs, and they possess respiratory system. Now it's chance for my friend Abhishek to continue. are birds. Birds that are adapted for flying belongs to Japanese forefathers, and the average is very big. So there are different kinds of birds, some are small and some are large. So the largest bird is always is ostrich, and the smallest bird is hummingbird. Most important thing is every bird can't fly like ostrich and kiwi and other. There are some birds they can't fly like so parrot. Other birds can fly. So these are you can see these are some features of birds. Always on animals with legs. Their body is divided into four main parts. There are neck, head, trunk and tail. So their ribs are there. They do not have sweet glands. Oil glands are present at the base of the tail. Inner of the ear is rudimentary. So as mentioned, Kushal mentioned, these mammals are also belongs to vertebrate. So in the mammal, so we are belongs to mammals. Who are mammals? Any member of the group of vertebrate animals with the young are nourished with from special memory bank of mind. For example, human, dog, elephant, and cats are belongs to this group. So these are some features of mammals. Mammals are like average mammals are also warm-blooded animals. All mammals have even bird-nest and whales that live on the earth in the ocean. Most mammals are born blind. That means we also born blind, not from eggs. Most mammals are helpless when they are babies. All mammals take milk from their mothers. Lastly, all mammals except and fishes have mammals are divided into main three groups: monotremes, marsupials, and passengers. So I will have to invite usually number of
So yeah, the visit to the kingdom Animalia is over. So let's recall the things we learned today. So first, on invertebrates, we'll talk about Nidariya. So we're talking about Nidariya. These guys are present in both marine and freshwater, and they have a special kind of organ in their body which is known as pneumocytes, which they use to catch their prey. And then we talk about annelids. So when talking about annelids, they have a segmented body which is soft. So when talking about annelids, the most important part is that they have a worm-like body shape. We know earthworm, so that friend also belongs to this phylum. And then we talk about mollusca. So we got to know from our zoologist that mollusca mean that soft body. So they are the ones who belongs to this phylum. And we talk about arthropods. So arthropods are the phylum which most of the animals belongs. We know all our insect friends belongs to this group. And then we learned about the Chironomata. They all are marine. They have five radial arms in their body as the starfish. So as they are all marine and they have a water vascular system in their body. Marvelous, right? So yeah, then we talk about vertebrates under kingdom Animalia. So first, we talk about fiscus. So fiscus read all the fish counts. And most importantly, when talking about fiscus, they have a streamlined body shape. You know what? That Mother Nature has given them this body shape to swim through water. And amphibia. Amphi means two lives, one in water and one in land. You know, let's take a frog. We know that frogs lay eggs in the water. After that, they comes to land, and that's how they survive. moist skin. Do you know what? They also contain nasal cavities for for the respiration, and also they use their skin for the respiration too. And we talk about reptilia. So when talking about reptilia, what I know is that all the ones who pose while their lower body part is touching with the floor are the ones who belong to these five. And when talking about reptilia, so as you see, this short legs also touching its lower body part in the neck. And we talk about algae. So algae also like fishes because they also have streamlined body shape. As fishes needs a streamlined body shape to swim through water, algae needs a streamlined body shape to fly through air or harsh wind. And at last but not least, mammalia. All of us belong to mammalia, right? Mammalia means the ones who nourish with milk. So, and they are warm-blooded. You know what is meant by warm-blooded? Warm-blooded means the temperature is constant. Though we are in the hell or maybe in the heaven, our temperature is going to remain same as it is. So, invertebrates and vertebrates. So, how beautiful. I mean, they are unique to each other. Their features, their body parts, they are so different. They are so unique and beautiful. I mean, it's just beautiful. But you guys must see this. So yeah, though it is beautiful, this is the reality. This is the things which are hidden for our eyes. You know what? I didn't choose this kingdom Animalia just to learn about the features, just to learn about the examples of the phylums, but to let you guys see the reality of today. Though it is beautiful, though they are unique to each other, this is the thing we do to them. But we should stop this. We know when we are in pain, our tears are visible. But what about them? What about their tears? They are hard to see. We should stop this. It's not because we feel pity about these innocent beings. It's just because we share the same damn earth. So why not giving them their chance? Think about it. Thank you.
Dear brothers and sisters, if you think in a different way, if you see things in a different perspective, surely you can do something exceptional, outstanding, to inspire everyone. However, at times, you become unbelievably popular because of your one smart piece of work.
In 2012, American actress and singer Anna Kendrick was recognized by the whole world with the release of her song When I'm Gone, which is commonly known as the Cup Song. In a moment, bringing you back to that memory, you are going to be inspired by Pasandia Malja, Ravisha Satsindhu, Tharun Tatsara, Gayashi Pahasarani, and Sid Munitsara. would be prettier with you. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone, when I'm gone, you're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hair, you're gonna miss me everywhere. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When I'm gone. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. You're gonna miss me by my hook. You're gonna miss me by my throat. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone.
A very good morning to all of you. Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Uday Basnayaka, and the guest of honor, Mr. Vasanta Veeraratne, and also Miss Nuslanias. Ladies and gentlemen, and my dear children, of course, truly I am very pleased at this juncture to address all of you. First of all, I think I must tell you that I'm truly and honestly proud to see how my students are performing today, and so through that I can clearly see their future as well. So first of all, although I know, as you all don't know, for a moment I'd like to introduce the honorable guests who have arrived here today. First, introducing the chief guest, Dr. Uday Basnayaka. I think, sir, I have known you for a quite long time now. When we meet, sometimes as a patient, we have discussed about the politics in the country, which is really horrible today, and also the society, religions, and even meditation. But dear sir, what I saw when I was talking to you, through you, the ultimate satisfaction I have found in you, which I saw in you, and also the happiness I have seen when I was talking to you. So of course, this happiness, this self-satisfaction, I wanted to give my students, so I decided to invite him, and the secret of his happiness and success and job satisfaction can be given to my dear children. And with Vasanta sir, we worked together at Sussex College for a long time, quite a long time. Actually, I must tell you that Vasanta sir is really talented in many areas, and he knows many things. He's just not only a teacher, he's got lots of experiences in various fields, working as a deputy principal, sometimes as a manager of companies. So if I tell you, he's a knowledge house. But only thing I remember, one important thing is Vasant sir had the ability to write letters or anything when he's doing any other work. You don't believe that how humble he is. I remember that Vasant sir used to give us the letters, so whatever he did, to have a look, although he is well qualified and although he is a veteran English teacher compared to us. And the other invited guest is Miss Nusla, and what I can tell you about her is one day she will do something marvelous or much more better than which we are doing today, because she is so talented, and she is not only a talented teacher but also a talented artist. So I think she will do a great job in the future. Now, you may think why I have organized this occasion. It is mainly because when I went to many classes, especially small classes, when I asked them, what's your ambition? I have asked. They have told me that about 80% I want to be a doctor. But the problem is, when they come to grade 9, grade 10, they have different ambitions and they say that I don't know what I am going to do. So, because they don't know the path for this. So actually I had this idea for a long time. So therefore, I thought of organizing this occasion. And apart from that, dear parents, you know that if your children need to have a bright future, just filling books and passing exams, gaining paper qualifications would not do it. So they have to improve their talents and skills. Therefore, I think organizing these occasions will be a great benefit for my students for their future. Now, for a moment, I'd like to talk to my dear parents, so excuse me to use Sinhala language. හිතවත් දෙමාපියනේ, මට මතකයි සමහර දෙමාපියන් මම වැඩ කරපු ඒ පුද්ගලික පාසලෙන් ඉවත් වෙලා යද්දී, ඒ වගේම ඔබේ දරුවන් වෙනත් පාසලකට යද්දී ඔබට මතක නම් මගෙන් එක ඉල්ලීමක් කළා. ඒ වචන වලින්ම කියනවා නම් මම ඇහුවා, සර් ඔයා ගන්නවද මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි භාෂාව අපේ ළමයින්ගේ දියුණු කිරීමේ වගකීම කියලා. මම අදටත් කරන්නේ, කරමින් ඉන්නේ, ඉස්සරහටත් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඔබට ඒ වෙච්ච පොරොන්දුව. ඒ පොරොන්දුව කොච්චර දුරට ඉටු කරලා තියෙනවද කියන එක ඔබ ඔබේ බුද්ධියෙන් සහ හදවතින් අහලා බලන්න. ඔබට එවිට ඒ සඳහා උත්තරයක් ලැබෙවි. ඉතින් හිතවත් දෙමාපියනේ, ඒක මම මතක් කරන්න ඕනේ. මේ ළමයි, මම ළමයි ගැන කියනවා නම් මගේ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලා ගැන, එයාලා කේම්බ්‍රිජ් එක්සෑම් එකකට මම එයාලව සූදානම් කරනවා. එයාලා ඔයාලා දකින්න ඇති, එයාලා ඒ කේම්බ්‍රිජ් විභාග ඉතා හොඳින් සමත් වෙනවා. ඊට අමතරව එයාලට මේ F.C.E කරන ළමයි ඕනේ රටක ගිහිල්ලා ජොබ් එකක් කරන්න, එහෙම නැත්නම් හයර් ස්ටඩීස් කරන්න ඒ අයට ඒ හැකියාව තිබෙනවා. ඔබ බලන්න ඒ අය භාෂාව හසුරවන ආකාරය. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා ඔබ ඒ දේ බලාපොරොත්තු වුණා කියලා. ඒක තමයි මම ඉටු කරමින් ඉන්නේ. ඒ වගේම මට ඔබට පෙන්නලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් නම් විශේෂයෙන් ඔබ දකිනවා සමහර වෙලාවට ළමයි ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. වසන්ත සර් මේ අර ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එකේ ඉඳන් ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් එකට ගන්නවා. ඔබ බලන්න සමහර පාසල් වල ඉගෙනගෙන O level වලට ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට ඒකක් ඒ ළමයින්ට එන්නේ නැති තමයි කොච්චර ඉන්නවද කියලා. එතකොට මේ මොනවද වෙන්නේ කියලා අපිට හිතා ගන්න බෑ. ඉතින් වසන්ත සර් මේ ඉන්නේ පාසල් කීපයක O level පන්තියේ හසුරුවලා තියෙනවා. ඒකට උගන්වලා තියෙනවා ඉංග්‍රීසි. එතකොට එහිදී වසන්ත සර්ගෙන් අහන්න පුළුවන් මේ පන්තියේ නරකම ළමෙක් ඉන්නවා නම් මම ඔයිට කලින් වැඩ කළා මීගම සසෙක්ස් පාසලේ. ඒ පන්ති අන්තිමයේ හිටියා. හැබැයි ඒ ළමයාට සාමාන්‍ය ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට A එකක් එනවා. නමුත් අපි දකිනවා ඇත්තටම සමහර පෞද්ගලික පාසල් එකේ ඉඳන් 11ට එකෙත් නෙමෙයි ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එකේ ඉඳන් ගිහිල්ලා O level වලට A එන්නේ 30ක් ගියොත් 10කට 12කට. මෙතන මොකක් හරි අවුලක් තියෙනවා කියලා මම හිතනවා. අට මවුලින්ද ප්‍රශ්නකුත් නැහැ. පොලිටික්ස් අවුල්. ඉතින් ඒ ඉඳලා මේක සාමාන්‍ය දෙයක්. ඉතින් මේකට මම එක හේතුවක් දකිනවා. එකක් තමයි මේ කිසිම සමහර තැන්වල ප්‍රමිතියක් නැතිකම. මොකද හේතුව ළමෙක් ප්‍රී ස්කූල් ඉඳලා O level වලට එනකොට එයාට ඒකක් ගන්න බැරි නම් එතන මොකක් හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා. මම දකින්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලාවට පෞද්ගලික පාසල් සමහර පෞද්ගලික පාසල් වල තියෙන ප්‍රශ්නේ තමයි ඔබ හොඳින් අධ්‍යයනය කරලා බැලුවොත් හොඳට කල්පනා කරලා බැලුවොත් ඒවා සමහර අයට ට්‍රේනින් කොලෙජ් එකක් වගේ පත් වෙලා තියෙනවා. මොකද ගුරුවරු එනවා මාස 3 6 නැත්නම් අවුරුද්ද ඉඳලා එයාලා යනවා. එතකොට මේ දරුවන්ට මොකද වෙන්නේ අනාගතයේ? එතකොට මේ දරුවන්ට වෙන දේ තමයි මේ පොඩි කාලේ නම් O level ඉගෙනගෙන O level දක්වා ඉගෙනගෙන ඉංග්‍රීසි වලට එකක් නැති වෙන විතරක් නෙවෙයි වෙන්නේ. බොහෝ විෂයන් වලට උපකාරක පන්ති වලට යන්න වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ ළමයි ඉන්නේ පුදුම පීඩනයකින්. මට ඇත්තටම සමහර දෙමව්පියෝ යම් චෝදනාවකුත් කළා මේක මේ අවුරුද්දකට සැරයක් තියෙන එකටත් සමහර අය බොහොම නොසතුටින් කතා කළා. මේ සමහර දෙමව්පියෝ මොකද මම මේ වගේ දෙයක් කරාම ඒක ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ O level වලට නරකට බලපානවා කියලා. ඉතින් මට පුදුමයි. මම දන්නවා යාලා ඉන්න තත්ත්වය. මොකද ඒ සමහර ළමයින්ට නිදහසක් නැහැ. පන්ති ගොඩකට යන්න වෙලා පාසලකට මුදල් ගෙවමින් සමහර වෙලාවට සමහරලාට නොගෙවමින් හෝ ඉතින් මේ තත්ත්වයක් ඇති වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මම පුද්ගලිකව උත්සාහ කරේ ඒ ළමයින්ගේ අනාගතය ගැන හිතලා මොකද ඔවුන්ට හොඳ අනාගතයක් කරන්න ඇති කරන්න මේ කුසලතා දියුණු කරන්න. මගේ කතාව අවසන් කරන්න කලින් මම දෙමව්පියන්ගෙන් පුංචි ඉල්ලීම් දෙකක් ඉල්ලන්න කැමතියි. මම පොඩි සිදුවීමක් කියලා මම ඉල්ලීම කරන්න. පළවෙනි එක. වසන්ත මේ O level ළමයි රිසල්ට්ස් ගත්තම දුවගෙන එනවා grade 11 නැත්නම් 10 උගන්වන ටීචර්ස්ලා හම්බ වෙන්න. එයාලා එනකොට මම දැකලා තියෙන සිදුවීමක් මට ඒක මුළු ජීවිතේටම මතක හිටිනවා. මම දැකලා තියෙන සමහර ළමයි එන්නේ මේ ඔෆිස් එකේ ඉඳලා ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එක පහු කරලා අපි ඉන්න තැනට දුවගෙන එනවා. මම ඉස්සෙල්ලාම අහන්නේ ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එකේ ටීචර්ස්ලාට කිව්වද කියලා මේ ගැන. හේතුව තමයි මේ ළමයි පටන් ගන්නෙ ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එකෙන්. එතකොට මම සමහර ළමයි නෑසර්ගොම ආයෙ හරවලා යවලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට මේ ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එක ගාවෙන් එන්නේ අම්මත් එක්ක ළමයා අහක බලාගෙන යනවා. මම දැකලා තියෙන දර්ශන අම්මා ටීචර්ත් එක්ක ටිකක් hina වෙනවා. මෙන්න මේ විදිහට අම්මගේ සිතුවිලි මට හිතා ගන්න පුළුවන්. ටීචර් නම් තාමත් ඉන්නේ ප්‍රී ස්කූල් එකේ. අපේ පුතා නම් දැන් මෙඩිකල් පාස් වෙලා ඉන්නේ. ඔන්න ඔය වගේ දෙයක් තමයි සමහර අම්මලගේ මුහුණේ තියෙන්නේ. මේක සමහර අම්මලා ඒ දරුවෝ හුඟක් ගරු කරනවා ටීචර්ස්ලාට. ඒ අතරතුර මේ වගේ අයත් ඉන්නවා. මට කනගාටු ඒ දරුවා ගැනටත් වඩා ඒ දෙමව්පියෝ ගැන. මොකද මම හිතන්නේ අර නිව්ටන්ගේ තියරියක් අමතක වෙච්ච එකක් තියෙනවා. ඒක මට මේ විදිහට කියන්න පුළුවන්. No longer useful, no longer needed. No longer useful, no longer needed. ප්‍රයෝජනයක් නැත්තම් අවශ්‍ය නැහැ. මේ වගේ තත්ත්වයක් මට තවත් ළමයෙක් මතකයි. ඒ ළමයා මාව දැක්ක රිසල්ට්ස් ඇවිල්ලා හුඟ කාලෙ මේ ටික කාලයකට පස්සේ පාරේ එනකොට ඒ ළමයා මා දිහා බලලා මම හිටිය නැවතිලා පොඩ්ඩක් hina වෙලා ඊට පස්සේ අහස දිහා බලාගෙන ගියා. හැබැයි මම ඒ වෙලාවේ සතුටටපත් වුණා. මොකද මට අර මතක් වුණා අවුරුදු 76කට සැරයක් අර හෙලිගේ වල්ගාතරුව මතුවෙනවා. මම හිතුවා මේ ළමයාත් ඒ වගේ දෙයක් හොයන්න වගේ හැකියාවක් තියෙන ළමයෙක් දන්නේ. මොකද අහස දිහාම බලාගෙන ළමයා ගියා. මොකද අර මට මතක හැටියට තාරකා විද්‍යාඥයෙක් ඉන්නවා අගමැතිතුමාගේ එක පුතෙක් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් දෙන්නත් එකතු වෙලා හන්දට හරියන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් මම ඔය දැකපු දේවල් මට ඔබට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ ඔබේ දරුවාට නිහතමානී වෙන්න උගන්වන්න මේ අධ්‍යාපනයට කලින් ගුණධර්ම උගන්වන්න කියන දේ. ඉතින් ඇත්තටම ගොඩාක් දෙමව්පියෝ මෙතන ඉන්න සියලුම දෙමව්පියෝ වගේ එහෙම ගුණධර්ම උගන්වන අය කියන එක මට බය නැතුව කියන්න පුළුවන්. ඉතින් මම හිතනවා මම ඒ ගැන සමහර ලාවට ඒ වගේ ළමයි දැක්කම පුදුම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද සමහර වෙලාවට දෙමව්පියෝ දරුවන්ව ගෙනත් දාන්නේ අර ඩේ කෙයා එකකින් ඊවනිං කෙයා එකට වගේ තමයි අපේ ක්ලාස් එකට ගෙනත් දාන්නේ. අපි යාළුවෝ කෙයා කරලා මොකද ඒ සමහර අය විකල් එකකින් බහින්නේ නැහැ. කවදාවත් කතා කරලා නැහැ. මට හිතෙනවා ඒගොල්ලන් පොඩි මදිකමක් වගේ ඇති කියලා. ඉතින් අපිට ඒ දරුවන්ට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ අපිට සියලුම ළමයි සියලුම දෙමව්පියන් අපි ගුරුවරු විදියට සලකන්නේ එකම ආකාරයකින්. කිසිම වෙනසක් කිසිම ළමයෙක්ට අපි කරන්නේ නැහැ. අපිට කරන්න එහෙම බෑ. ඉතින් මොකද ඔබේ දෙමව්පියන් ජනාධිපතිගේ පුතා වුණත් එයා අපිට එක ළමෙක් විතරයි. ජනාධිපති වුණා නම් එයා අපිට එක පේරන්ට් කෙනෙක්. ඇත්තටම අපි ගුරුවරු විදියට අනිත් වෘත්ති වල ඉන්න සියලුම දෙනාට කරු කරනවා. ඒගොල්ලන් කරන්නේ ලොකු සේවයක්. නමුත් අපි හිතනවා ළමයින්ට හොඳ දේවල් අපි කියලා දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒ වගේම තමයි මට යම් කනගාටුවක් තියෙනවා සමහර වෙලාවට. මොකද දෙමාපියන් සමහරලාට අපිටත් වැඩිය ක්වොලිෆයිඩ් අධ්‍යක්ෂින් තියෙන විවිධ තනතුරු දරන අය ඉන්න පුළුවන්. අපි දැනගන්නේ උඟා කාලයකට පස්සේ තමයි මේ දෙමව්පියෝ මේ තනතුරු දරනවා කියලා. ඉතින් අර සමහර වෙලාවට අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ව ඇඩ්‍රස් කරද්දී ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ පෝස්ට් එක නැත්නම් නිලය ගැන අපි මොකද හුරු නැතුව යනවා කතා කරලා. ඉතින් අපි සාමාන්‍ය පේරන්ට් කෙනෙක්ට කතා කරන විදිහටයි කතා කරන්නේ. නමුත් සමහරවිට එයා ගුරුවරයෙක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් අපිට කාලයක් ගියාට පස්සේ අපි දැනගන්නේ එතකොට අපිට යම් නුහුරු ගතියක් එනවා ආය වෙනත් විදිහකට ආමන්ත්‍රණය කරන්න. මම දෙවෙනි ඉල්ලීමත් ඔබගෙන් කරන්න කැමතියි. මම හිතනවා මම ඔබ බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන දේ කරමින් ඉන්න හින්දා මම තව බෝනස් ඉල්ලීමකුත් කරන්න කැමතියි. මේකත් ඊටම සංවේදී දෙයක්. මම ඇත්තටම පාසල් දෙකක වැඩ කළේ බොහොම කෙටි කාලයක්. මුලින්ම මම වැඩ කරේ මේගමුවේ සසෙක්ස් විද්‍යාලයේ. ඊට පස්සේ හේම්පිට ගෙදර තියෙන පුත්කලික පාසලේ මම වැඩ කරේ. මේ වැඩ කරන අවස්ථාවල සමහර වෙලාවට දරුවන්ට දඬුවම් කරන්න, සැර කරන්න. මොකද මගේ tough rule එකක් තිබ්බා if you are learning in English medium you have to speak in English. මම ඒක ගොඩාක් ඒ කල්චර් එක හදන්න ගොඩාක් උත්සාහ කරා. මොකද ළමෙක් ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් නම් ඉගෙන ගන්න ඒ දෙමව්පියෝ සල්ලි දීලා එවන්නේ ඉංග්‍රීසි මීඩියම් වල ඉගෙන ගන්න නම් අපි ගුරුවරු වෙලා සිංහලෙන් කතා කරනවා නම් මොකද්ද මේකේ තේරුම? ඉතින් සමහර ලාවට දඬුවම් කරන්න වුණා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේම තමයි සමහර වෙලාවට යම් අවස්ථාවලදී යම් ප්‍රශ්න ඇති වෙලා තියෙනවා. මොකද සමහරවිට ළමයි කැන්ටින් එකේ කෑම කන ළමයි මට අහුවෙලා එළවලා තියෙනවා. එතකොට විවිධ වැඩි වලට අහු වෙන ළමයි. ඉතින් දඬුවම් කරන්න වැඩ නොකරන වෙලාවට මම ටිකක් ටෆ් විදියට දොස් කියලා තියෙනවා. මට ඊළඟට පේරන්ට් කෙනෙක් කිව්වා මේ අපේ දරුවට විතරයි දොස් කියන්නේ කියලා. ඉතින් අර ඒ අයට සමහරවිට එක එක විදියට දැනෙනවා ඇති. නමුත් අපිට ළමයි සියලු දෙනාම එක වගේ. ඉතින් දැන් ඔය වගේ කටයුතු කරද්දී යම් ගැටලු ප්‍රශ්න සමහරවිට අනිත් ගුරුවරු වෙනුවෙන් පොලිසියට බව යන්න සිද්ධ වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඉතින් මට එක දවසක් එක් ගුරුවරයෙක් දෙන්නෙක් කියපු දෙයක් මට මතකයි. එක්කෙනෙක් කිව්වා අර ළමයි වගේත් මේ මම දවස් ගානක් දැක්ක අශෝභන විදිහට හැසිරලා ඉන්නවා. මම නම් අහක බලාගෙන ගියා කිව්වා. තව එක්කෙනෙක් මට කිව්වා ඔයා පාඩුවේ හිටියනම් හරිනේ. ඔයාට එතකොට මුකුත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ කියලා. මම එයාට මුකුත් කියන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් මම මගේ ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලාට කියනවා අපිට පාඩුවේ විතරක් හිටියොත් අපිට සමාජයට දෙයක් කරන්න බෑ. අර පොඩි කාලේ චරිතයක් තියෙනවා සිරිමත් මගේ සකි කියලා. එතකොට මේ අපි නමුත් අපි සමාජයට යද්දී අර සිරිමත් වගේ හොඳ පුද්ගලයෙක් විතරක් වීම ප්‍රමාණවත් නැහැ. අපි සරලව කියනවා අර ඇල් වතුරක් විමල බොන විදියට විතරක් ඉඳලා බෑ. මොකද මේ අපි සමාජයේ අපි දකිනවා ලොකු අසාධාරණකම් තියෙනවා. බොහෝ අයට අසාධාරණකම් සිද්ධ වෙනවා. ඒකට අපිට සමහරවිට අපේ තත්ත්වය නැත්තම් අපේ තනතුරු අපේ රැකියාව තියලා ඒට එරෙහිව කතා කරන්න සමහරවිට සිද්ධ වෙනවා. ඉතින් මම ආයමත් කියන්නේ අර හොඳ පුද්ගලයෙක් වීම විතරක් මදි. මම පුංචි දෙයක් කියන්නම්. ලංකාවේ හොඳ පුද්ගලයෝ විතරක් හිටියනම් මම ෂුවර් එකටම දෙයක් කියන්නම්. මේ වෙද්දි ලංකාව නැහැ. ලංකාව චීනෙටයි ඉන්දියාවටයි ඇමරිකාවටයි කොටස් තුනකට බෙදලා දීලා ඒකට ලස්සන වචනිකුත් කියනවා ආයෝජනය කියලා ඉන්වෙස්ටිං දීලා මේ වෙද්දි අපිට ලංකාවක් නැහැ දැනටත් නැද්ද කියලා මට ෂුවර් නැහැ. අන්න ඊට පස්සේ ඒ අය ඒ රටවල් වලට යනවා දේශපාලඥයන් රටේ ඉන්න. ඊට යන්න කලින් හාමුදුරුවරුන්ගෙන් සමහර හාමුදුරුවරුන්ගෙන් ඒගොල්ලන් ඒ කරපු සේවයට වෙන්නේ නැති මේ අර අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ට දෙනවා උපාධියක් ගෞරව උපාධියක් දෙනවා. ඒකත් අරගෙන එයාලා ඒ රටවල් වලට යයි අපි තනි වෙයි මේ රටේ. ඉතින් ඒකයි මම කියන්නේ මේ හොඳ පුද්ගලයෝ පමණක් නෙවෙයි අපේ සමාජයට අවශ්‍ය හොඳ කෙනෙක් වෙන්න හරි ලේසියි. අර ටීචර් වගේ අහක බලාගෙන යන්න පුළුවන්. අර කියපු සර් වගේ තමන්ගේ පාඩුවේ ඉන්න පුළුවන්. ඒකද අපි කරන්න ඕනේ නැහැ. අපිට මේ ළමයින්ට මම කියන්නේ you have a responsibility that you have to do for the betterment of the society. It's not just being a good person. Now I'd like to address my students. My dear children, do you remember the time you were in grade 5 and 6? You used to do simple dramas and then speeches. Then you started doing debates. And today you are doing standard presentations. So you know that you can see you have a bright future. So, but I expect while enjoying your future, do something for the society, for the country, and for the betterment of the world. So, thank you very much.
Now, you are going to witness the performances of the team Griffins led by Methu Bosek Vijayaratna. To welcome them and to encourage them, please give them a big hand.
In the early 90s, human had posed a lot of barriers and humanity had led to space. Yeah, after that, many marvels were possible. But it's a
and to us, it seems a very big place. Flying to the other side of the world takes an entire day, and sailing around the world takes so many weeks, yet the vastness of the universe, Earth is just a tiny dot. So today me and my team members are here to do a presentation on the topic of space beyond Earth. First, let's talk about our home, the Earth. When we talk about the Earth and the space between them, when we talk about beyond the space, our nearest example is the moon. The moon is not smaller than the Earth, and 50 moons would fit inside here. Even though it looks so close, it's actually about 384,000 kilometers away, and it would take a manned spacecraft 3 days to travel from Earth to the moon. So let's go beyond that point. Our solar system. Earth is one of the many that orbits the Sun. So the Sun's family consists of 8 planets, 5 rock planets, and also thousands of moons, millions of asteroids and comets, and also lots of gas and dust. Altogether, it is called the solar system. And the first 4 planets are mostly made of rocks, and the outermost planets are mostly made of gas. And when we talk about beyond the space, when we talk about beyond the solar system, it took 12 years to the Voyager spacecraft to travel to the outermost planet Neptune from Earth. And now let's talk about beyond the solar system. The Milky Way. The Milky Way is a galaxy. You know, the galaxy consists of many planetary systems. And in the middle of the galaxy, there is a huge supermassive black hole. And here you can see our solar system. It's just a tiny dot. And it has been estimated that there are more than 100 billion stars in this galaxy, the Milky Way, and so many planetary systems. So now let's go beyond that point. The local group. The local group is a cluster, and there are so many galaxies in it. It has been estimated that there are 45 galaxies in this local group, and also they are much smaller than the Milky Way. And the biggest galaxy in our local group cluster is the Andromeda galaxy, great spiral-shaped galaxy. And here you can see the Milky Way, and you know our solar system is just a tiny dot in there. So now let's go more than that. The universe. The universe is a collection of clusters, so many things. It consists of everything that exists: planets, Earths, planets and moons, solar systems, and also galaxies, so many things. And it would, you can see that it's just a tiny dot, the local group cluster. So every dot in here, every star, you can see it is a cluster. And in every cluster there are so many galaxies, and in so many galaxies there are so many planetary systems. And in every planetary system there is sun and also so many planets. So now let's go beyond that point. The multiverse. The multiverse is a collection of universes. Here you can see our universe, and there are so many other universes. And now you know how small we are compared to this multiverse. Do you know what is the most powerful in this thing? Do anyone of you know that? Anyone? The ones in the back? Here one. So now let's let him explain.
Now you all see what is the biggest things in our universe. Now let's talk about the most powerful. There are a lot of powerful things, but from all of that, the most powerful thing is a black hole. A black hole, it's like the boring real thing who never let you go. Yeah. In a black hole, the gravity is super strong that even light can't escape from it. And inside that black hole, everyone asks, is time accepted inside a black hole? Most of people say no, but the truth is yes. Inside a black hole, the time exists. But the only problem is black hole is faster than time. Yeah, black hole is faster than light. Inside black hole is attracting its gravity is attracting all the substances that are coming near to the black hole in super speed day and night. That's why for a viewer from outside can't see the things are going inside, and he will think the time does not exist inside a black hole. And let's talk about the size of black hole. One of the smallest black holes that have discovered, it is about 20 times our Earth. So it is named Sagittarius A, and it is 1,500 miles away from our Earth. What about the biggest one? The biggest black hole ever noticed is on 660, and that is 66 billion times bigger than the Sun. It's terrifying, right? Do you know what is the most terrifying fact about it? I'm not going to tell that because you will be scared. Let's think about some positive thing. But if you escape from a black hole? This question was asked by the great scientist Stephen Hawking from a journalist. The answer given by Stephen Hawking was, he said, if a particle of a substance escaped from the black hole, its mass and the radiation will decrease. Its mass, energy and the radiation will decrease. This type of radiation is called Hawking radiation because he is Stephen Hawking is the founder of this type of radiation. And this GIF is we found the GIF from NASA.com, and it's a real picture of a black hole. So what is the opposite side of a black hole? You guessed it. It's a white hole. A white hole is a complete opposite side of a black hole, and let's know more about it.
In a general relativity, a white hole is a hypothetical region of a space-time and singularity. And although they can come back outside, and although lights information can share. So Einstein and Rosen has found that theoretically that the space has traveled more and more.
So wormholes. For example, you guys know what distance and displacement is. A wormhole is like a displacement. You can travel from a place to another place within a short time period. There are no obstacles, but the thing is, you save your time. For example, you think you and your friend started a journey to another galaxy in the same time. You are traveling in a wormhole and your friend is traveling using the traditional method. Your friend will be about 100 years old, or he might be dead when you reach the destination. But you, who traveled in the wormhole, will only spend about 2 seconds to reach the destination. This wormhole concept was first found by the great physician Albert Einstein, and he used his relativity theory for this. Wormholes are unpredictable. Wormholes can occur at any time. For example, you think you arrive somewhere through a wormhole, and within few seconds it might close, or another wormhole might open. So it is just a prediction that wormholes exist. Now the real question is remain to be answered. Can a man create a wormhole? It's like this. Nobody has seen a wormhole with the naked true eye. So wormholes are like a prediction. If you are able to find a wormhole, creating it will be a very simple thing. So even though we create a wormhole, even though we find a way to travel through wormholes, how can we travel through wormholes? It takes lots of speed, lots of energy, and the material things will be destroyed inside it. That's why we need spacecraft. So transportation in space. Let's talk about how we can transport in the space.
Spacecraft is a machine or a vehicle designed to fly in space. A type of artificial satellite or spacecraft is used in a variety of purposes, including Earth observations, place colonization, and transportation of human and cargo. And nowadays, spacecrafts are made up of aluminum because they are both strong and light. These spacecrafts are according to the Newton's third law of motion, which is every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So, one of my friends will explain you all about space travel.
Space travel. Traveling through outer space is known as space traveling. But it is much more interesting as there are many things to see and many places to visit. But it takes a long time to travel from one place to another in space. However, it takes more time to travel in outer space like Sun, the nearest planet to the Earth, and although it takes much more days, like 3 days or more than 3 days.
So when traveling through the space, it will take so much time and you may get old or may die. So for the answer for that is so cryosleep is a division that have been identified that the human body gets nitrogenated and it keeps freezed. So you can set a timer, maybe hundreds of years, and after that hundreds of years, you will be able to just come out and you may have not grown anything of your body. It stops every biological process in your body. And it is the main and most effective answer for that, because wormholes are not temporary good. So you can see a cryosleep chamber in here. So now, the summary of our presentation. So we talk about the multiverse, and the multiverse is a collection of galaxies, planetary systems, black holes, white holes, and wormholes, and also clusters. So when traveling through this, we have spoke that space traveling instruments and vehicles, and also I have mentioned that the middle of the galaxy is black hole. So the final step of the summary, here you can see the multiverse, and one is the universe, and in the universe the one star is a cluster, and in that cluster the one galaxy is from the Milky Way, and in Milky Way there are so many different systems, and our present system is the solar system, and in the solar system you can see our planet here. So this is how small we are compared to the multiverse. And thank you.
Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams are all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make.
Dear brothers and sisters, if you have dreams, even a million dreams, I'd like to say it is fantastic. No matter how hard your life today is, just learn from your mistakes, pick yourself up and move ahead. The whole world may think that you're going crazy and will laugh at you. That's never mind. One day, when it becomes your dream and reality, they will laugh with you. Now, the stage is yours. Upeksha Lakshan, this is yours.
I close my eyes and I can see a world is waiting up for me that I call my own. To They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. The special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong, but someday you'll bring me along to the world you see, to the world I close my eyes to see. I close my eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
It's time for the final presentation. The Honorable Board of Judges will decide the best presentation team and the best presenters. But everything will be decided afterwards in this presentation. So, give a big hand for the team Pentagons led by Niduki Archana Devi.
How's it going? Yeah, I'm not sure. You wanted to make the most toxic solution? You might give me a hand. Sodium. Is this sodium? Why are you using sodium?
Because its reactivity is low.
Are you sure?
Yes, this will definitely work.
Okay then. We'll do.
Wish you all a very good morning, the impartial board of judges, parents, and my dear beloved students. Today, our preparation is to teach you to correct your mistakes. For that purpose, today we invite Mr. Nishit Mahagala and Mr. Dinesh Ravihara, the two famous scientists who did the most popular experiment and went wrong. Good morning, Nishit. Good morning, Mr. Dinesh. So, we all know the one of experiments conducted by you went wrong with a huge explosion. So, actually, what caused this?
Yeah, it was my friend's idea. My fellow scientist, Mr. Dinesh Ravihara, he wanted to make the most toxic solution of all time. But unfortunately, he thought that the sodium metal, has a lower reactivity. He has forgotten the reactivity series. So therefore, he added sodium solution called fluorine and added toxic and other chemicals, which made the whole lab explode.
Oh, I am very sorry to hear that. But anyway, thank God to serve out both of you. Meanwhile, today we're gonna explain you about type of chemical reactions, including activity series. Without wasting time, let's start.
Oliver is a clever boy. In a certain school, Oliver has been the main attractive point when he enters the class. He is loved, respected, and beloved by each and everyone in the school. All the teachers, students, all of them respect Oliver. And he had no enemies in the class, except for one person. He was named as Tim. In this case, Tim always wanted to be same as Oliver. He wanted the attraction as same as Oliver. So he thought for a while. And then he thought of becoming a friend of Oliver. So with the time, he closely related to Oliver to become a best friend of Oliver. So now Tim and Oliver are best friends. But after some time, one interruption came in the middle of them. It was a person called Sam. So the friendship of Oliver and Tim was broken up by Sam, who was a third person, came across both Oliver and Tim. So in this case, Oliver had to select one person, and Oliver chose Sam, who was more kind-hearted than Tim. So Tim had to be alone for a long time. And this time, Tim was displaced by Oliver to make Sam in that place, in that position. After a long time, Tim also found a friend called Rosie. And now, Oliver and Tim are separated, and Oliver and Sam are one team, and Tim and Rosie are another team. affection, friendship and all. But why? The reason is today our theme is changes that happen in matter. So, during our presentation, you will be able to get a clear identification and understanding about combination, decomposition, displacement and activity series as well. So, when talking about changes in matter, what do you call this matter? Of course, matter means things with a mass and occupy space. So, the changes that happen in matter can be divided into two parts as physical changes and chemical changes. So, physical changes, what happens simply is the physical state, that means solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. There are three states. So, in physical changes, the state of the substance is changed but no new substances are produced. But in chemical changes, the existing substance is changed into new substance to produce new substance as products. So basically, you have changes in matter divided into two parts as physical changes and chemical changes. Substances are changed into new substances in chemical changes, but states are changed only physical changes. So, for example guys, this is a candle and you see it's lighting up. So, when melting the wax especially, the state is changed. I mean, the physical state, that means the solid state of wax is changed into liquid state when it melts. So, that is basically a physical change. No new substances are produced, therefore, it is a physical change.
Combination of elements and from a new structure. What is that? When we are going to talk about chemical combination reaction, in that chemical reaction, element plus element equals a new compound. The elements are different from each other, totally different from each other. A different element, a different compound, a different element equals a different compound. That is known as a chemical combination reaction. Okay, let's go to activity 2C. Let's get an example like this. You know, these are not elements or compounds, but I am going to do an activity here. Here, this is an element. You can imagine this is an element, and as well as this also an element. Then, those two are totally different from each other. One element plus one element equals a different compound is comes. We can go through in science, magnesium plus oxide equals magnesium oxide. Like that, in the first reaction, chemical reaction can be described as like this. Chemical reaction, chemical combination reaction is making by element plus element like this, or element plus compound, or compound plus compound. This is A. This is using in science by letters as A plus B equals C. In here, the most famous cartoon I like to tell you. The first Vimala plus Gale equals form a new family, Vimala and Gale. That is the first reaction we took, and let's move to the second reaction.
I would have chosen something like cream soda, Coca-Cola, Sprite, but I have chosen Red Bull. You all might know what Red Bull is. It is an energy drink. But do you know what Red Bull contains? Red Bull contains carbonated water and caffeinated water. You all know what carbonated water is. But do you know what caffeinated water is? Caffeine is a drug. So before that, I need to know. So caffeinated water, caffeine is a drug that you could take from coffee beans. And water, if you don't know what water is, then you aren't able. So caffeine plus water. It deforms caffeinated water. It breaks into simpler components and makes caffeine plus water. Just get this theory into your mind so that the point where I am going to go, you will clearly understand. So just get this theory into your mind. Caffeinated water deforms and makes simpler substances, caffeine plus water. Caffeinated water deforms caffeine plus water. Chemical decomposition reaction. First, let's talk about the formula. AB deforms A plus B. Just apply that example that I just taught you to this formula. Caffeinated water deforms caffeine plus water. AB deforms A plus B. Just this is just a simple decomposition reactions. Just when you read the definition, this is the definition that I made my own, and you don't need to by heart definitions for these reactions. And you could make your own reaction if you have some kind of theory like the caffeine theory that I just taught you. Just don't by heart. I will just explain you the definition, formation of other simpler substances, by compounds or elements of compounds and compounds, it forms by deform. AB deforms A plus B. So therefore, now let's talk about some real examples. Real examples. Not something like caffeine. Caffeinated water deforms caffeine plus water. Just remember that and apply that example to this real example. 2 magnesium oxide deforms 2 Mg plus oxygen. 2 magnesium oxide deforms 2 magnesium plus oxygen. That's one example. Now let's go to the next example, which is quite simpler than the last one. Carbon dioxide, you know, CO2 is carbon dioxide. How is it deformed? Carbon dioxide. Just apply that formula or the theory to something like this, to a real example. AB, carbon dioxide is A, deforms A plus B, carbon plus oxygen. CO2 deforms C plus O, carbon plus oxygen. That's the simplest way that I could explain to you about the decomposition reactions. Hope you got some kind of idea. Hope that theory is in your mind. If some kind of theory is in your mind, not only decomposition reactions, other reactions also, you could simply understand anything. So I should remind you one thing, that the next reaction is something more fun. So I invite my dear friends to explain further.
So next thing is about single displacement reactions. So first, let me introduce you what single displacement reactions are. Single displacement reactions, as I told earlier, is placing one to place someone in that place. So simply, the definition can be given as the reaction in which an element displaces another element or a compound by occupying its place and forming another new compound. So the common equation as usual is AB plus C forms AC plus B. Here we can assume that AB is one family and C is just single person. So AB family is broken up by C person and B is getting divorced and A is then again joining with C to form the new family. So here you can see Borulugoda and Vimala is one family and Galpatha is a separate person. But now what happens? Vimala refuses Borulugoda. So Vimala wants to marry Galpatha. Therefore Vimala marries Galpatha and Borulugoda is left. So in this story AB plus C forms AC plus B. Here A can be taken as an anion and B can be taken as a cation. Anion means a positive, negative ion, while cation means a positive ion. So C also can be taken as a cation, which is a positive ion. So positive negative combining AB plus C forms AC plus B. So you can easily remember this Borulugoda's Galpatha story to keep in mind about single displacement reactions as well. So you can see element is displaced by another element in a compound to form another new substance. A plus BC forms AC plus B. For example, we can take in our real life copper sulfate CuSO4 plus zinc form zinc sulfate by displacing copper. But if I say if there was zinc sulfate and copper is displacing, can copper displace zinc? No. The reason you will get to know a little later, because it depends on the activity series. The arrangement of the elements that are in the activity series is depending on those reactions. Therefore, you have to keep in mind that copper sulfate Zinc sulfate is mainly formed because zinc can displace copper, but copper cannot displace zinc because copper is lower reactive than zinc in the activity series. And second example, magnesium plus hydrochloric acid, that is Mg plus 2HCl forming magnesium chloride plus hydrogen gas. So that's all about single displacement reactions. Okay, Sheila. Earlier you discussed about single displacement. Now you are here that double displacement reaction. What is double displacement reaction? Reaction in which plus and minus ions. Reaction in which plus and minus ions of two ionic compounds exchange places to form new compounds. And AB plus CD form AD plus CD. It means AB, it's the equation, it means common equation for this is AB plus CD form AD plus CD. And when we take these carbon characters, A, that means that Borulagoda and Lotic is one family, they form, and that Galpatha and Vimala is one family. And it forms to Borulagoda and Vimala another family form, and Galpatha and Lotic another family form. And this is a simple video for rusting. What is rusting? Rusting is always a oxidation. When it rusting something, it convert that rusting one converted into reddish brown color. And this is a simple iron, and this is two iron nails. This is galvanized one, and this is ungalvanized one. Because of galvanizing is using copper and silver. Because of this galvanizing iron, it's not rusting, but this is rusting because of water vapor and water oxygen react with this. It means when it galvanizes, it's not rusting.
organized activity series. And series obtained by the arrangement of the metal in the descending order of the reactivity is called activity series. So let's see the uses of activity series. When storing metals, sodium, potassium, calcium are some of the examples. They are highly reactive metals. They can store kerosene or paraffin. After that, when we go to prevent corrosion, it helps to prevent corrosion. Zinc and magnesium are examples for that. You all know what is corrosion means. Forming a red color structure on the metal or surface. So zinc and magnesium prevent from corrosion. After that, it helps to cells to make electrochemical cells. So you can see this clearly. I think this is the process of electrolysis. We are using here nitrate and sodium as a solution. So this is activity series. Potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, hydrogen, copper, mercury, silver and gold. So we have made a small song for you all to remember the activity series. So let's do it.
Just for comparison, carbon said to Jonathan, it's not really a method. Zinc, hydrogen, and lead, hydrogen, and copper, lead, silver, gold, and platinum. So my friends, just on the rise, I bid you a goodbye. Just remember this song, I'd like to sing along. I guarantee that you will want the exam. First up potassium, sodium and calcium, yeah, magnesium and aluminium. Just for comparison, carbon said to Jonathan, it's not really a metal. Zinc, iron, tin and lead, hydrogen and copper, lead, silver, gold and platinum. One more time now. First up potassium, sodium and calcium, yeah, magnesium and aluminium. Just for comparison, carbon said to Jonathan, it's not really a metal. Zinc, iron, tin and lead, hydrogen and copper, lead, silver, gold and platinum.
Hope you children, you all enjoy the song. And I think you all have received a leaflet with you. So join with me to repeat this. Firstly, we talk about chemical changes. Chemical changes are mainly divided into two types, physical changes and chemical changes. Chemical changes also there are mainly divided into four types called chemical decomposition reaction AB equal A plus B. Chemical combination reaction A plus B equal C. And single displacement reaction AB plus C for AC plus B. And at last, chemical reaction is double displacement reaction. It means AB plus CD for AD plus CB. And at last, we discussed about activity series and its uses.
As we started, all in all, today you got a clear understanding about everything.
Yes. Our whole lab is good because I thought sodium has a low reactivity. So keep in mind our activity series and our presentation.
Remember where you went wrong.
Hope you all enjoyed. Remember the activity series. Remember remember all the reactions, apply those theories, and we all don't. Hope you enjoy.